Hi guys, it's time for another video, and what is this we see? Yes, it's CPM. I felt like doing some CPM videos as well. I might as well. I was a CPM player as well as a Quake World player and a Quake Live player and a player of many TDM and 1v1 games, so I wanted to show this game off as well. And so yeah, this is a game between, I don't even know when this game was played. I think this game was played around 2009. It's a game between Plus and with a lineup of DDK, ahxnxa, Snapcase and Link. I guess Fluff was not here for this game. And I guess this was probably the later years of Plus. And we have as our opponents, if I can get this thing to work, Guhard, Giadzio, sounds like, I don't know, a Polish name, I don't know. Roll, I think I don't want to say where he's from in case I'm wrong. And Ins. The map is CPM27, so let's just get into this. I think I saw in the comments that ahxnxa is the guy to watch on this game, so let's just watch him and see what happens. Fight. So as you can tell, it's a little bit weird, and that's because, a little bit jerky or kind of slidey, and that's because it's an MVD, and the MVDs had this issue. But I mean, having MVD is better than not having MVD. MVD is freaking awesome, but it's kind of funny because we're just going to be watching ahxnxa and probably not making good use of it in this game. So this map was a really big and open map. It was one of the favourite maps in the pickups, mostly because a lot of people considered it to be kind of free-for-all-ish, I suppose. I tend to agree. I think this map is very dominated by aim and movement over team play to some extent. The guidelines are kind of loose for how to play this map. Generally speaking, you want to be timing every red armor, because the red armor is a really easy area to hold, because the red armor is in a really kind of shitty position, and if you're guarding it, you have a really good position, so it's kind of easy to hold the red armor. Position in CPM is a different beast to other games because of the way the movement works. For example, the stairs provide a large obstacle in other games for when you're trying to get around and when you're trying to get on position and stuff. But the stairs in CPM, if you have a lot of speed, or you don't even need too much speed, you can just double jump up the stairs and come up them at a nice pace. And you have stuff like, stair jumping and ramp jumping, and all these features propose to kind of mitigate the advantage that is sometimes, in some situations, had by positional superiority. So I just wanted really to show some Plus games because, although it was quite hard to find demos, the demos weren't very well saved. Challenge TV was never really updated very well by the community, I guess. But Plus was a team I formed initially with Fluff, ahxnxa, or also known as Pekka, the star of the It's Pekka movies. And who else we got? We got Link, I think, and Snapcase. We're in the original team. We very much later on added HAL 9000 to the lineup, as we were basically lacking Fluff and Link, and often Snapcase as well. We were definitely considered to be the best team. There was also always contention with RU8, which was a Swedish team that was composed of, who was it? It was Funny Bee, 2B, Rocky, Reptile, who else? I think Fox made an appearance, but Fox wasn't really a CPM player, but he was on the lineup because he played a game or something. But he wasn't really someone who played games. I think it was something that he was interested in, but unfortunately, like, the community was so weak and there weren't really many competitions and stuff like that. So he didn't really spend any time with the game, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they were a good team. But we definitely had a lot of the CPM superstars on our side, and we struggled to really find anyone who could contend with us. So pretty much every single demo you'll find of Plus playing is going to be pretty big rape, as is this game. But I really wanted to show some CPM 4v4, even if it was kind of some rape, just to have diversification of content on my channel. And I really like CPM 4v4. I think it's a great shame that the game mode was really underdeveloped because there was never a community there to really represent it in full force, and not enough competitions and such. But I mean, what's not to like, you know? Amazing movement that requires a lot of skill, but to operate at a basic level isn't too difficult. It's a game of amazing plays, like, constantly. Like, that's what the game is about. It's about making amazing individual plays. There's a lot of team play elements in 4v4, but again, the thing that really stands out is when individual players make crazy stuff happen, and it's always possible because of the way the movement works in this game, and because of the instant weapon switch. There's always something you can do to, well, almost always something you can do to get yourself out of a crazy situation, and that was always an exciting element of this game, and something I really loved. It was definitely a game that I enjoyed a lot because it was just so fun, you know, just so fun at its just core. It's just so fun. For me, a game like Quake Live is fun as well, but it's a more kind of serious and reserved kind of fun, whereas CPM is the kind of balls to the walls, don't give a shit, just go crazy kind of fun. So right now we have a massive score difference already of like 60 frags, and not much of a surprise. We're basically just getting to see ahxnxa do his thing. And as we can see, like, he doesn't really care too much about position. He's just running around, basically. Like, this is the criticism of this map, but CPM TDM, this criticism could be made in general also. But I mean, you know, I never really had a problem with it. I think, again, like, if you would have seen a lot more really good teams playing the game, it would look completely different, you know. So ahxnxa decides not to go to the quad, just killing people at the atrium in the middle. Grabs this mega, and I mean, I don't think has he even died yet? I don't know. No, he's not died yet. Standard. And this was one of the great things about Plus, was that any single one of the players on Plus had the ability to be an explosive powerhouse in this game. So that was always the fun aspect of playing with this team, because we used to have internal kind of conflicts where we would try to steal items from each other and joke around, and it was basically just part of the fun for us, like four really good players just constantly butting heads in the game in a kind of playful fashion. And this area here, this quad yellow area that ahxnxa is in now, is quite a good area to have a player on, to hold. That's usually what teams like to do. And this is the rail area with the acid and also the invisibility. And as we can see, ahxnxa covers a huge amount of ground really quickly, and this is one of the crazy parts of CPM 4v4, is that if you have 4 players who have quite good stacks and weapon, and you know, good arsenal of weapons to their disposal, they can cover so much ground so quickly. If they're hitting their shots on certain maps where you get the angles like this one from covering the ground quickly and knowing the good routes to take, you can just do a huge amount of damage, and it's very difficult for the other team to get back on you, especially if you're controlling the major armors and stuff like that. And here we can see, like, this middle room has the yellow armor and the LG. The LG is in a terrible position to hold. So, I mean, that LG is gonna always be a death trap, pretty much. So ahxnxa still not died. That's what we like to see. It's a shame that YouTube doesn't do videos in like 60 or for anything other above 30 FPS, because I'd love to upload CPM and Quake World content in above 30 FPS, because the games are much quicker and they look a lot more jerky, and it's harder to see what's going on when it's in 30 FPS. But hopefully that's something that we will see in the future. YouTube removing their FPS restriction. I have no idea why it's there. I haven't really looked into it, but it is unfortunate for kind of high performance games like CPM and Quake World. So we got him back at this yellow area again. He seems to be kind of defaulting to this area, but Link pushes him off as he wants that yellow, and ahxnxa already has something. ahxnxa probably could have dropped Link a weapon, but he chose not to, because weapon dropping is in CPM TDM. In fact, this was the first Quake game to have weapon dropping. In Quake World there is something kind of similar, but it's not like you can't at will drop a weapon in Quake World. You have to die with your gun out, basically, to drop a weapon in Quake World. So it's a bit of a trade-off. You can't just palm off your plasma gun, because it's your it's the fifth weapon you have which you don't want or something, because you'll have to suffer a death and lose everything in Quake World. So it's an interesting gameplay mechanic, and I think it works pretty well in CPM. I think it works quite well in Quake Live too. I was actually a skeptic of whether it would work or not in Quake Live, because I was a player who played OSP and Quake 3 and stuff, and in that game you could not drop weapons. It was kind of a skill, or like a separate game mechanic to basically, it put more focus on getting weapons, and getting weapons was harder, so there was a bigger difference in that aspect. Whereas in Quake Live you have this situation where it's like getting weapons isn't as hard, and I like how it works because it's not as hard, and it encourages team play at the same time. Like, it encourages you to meet up with your teammates, which I think is always a good thing in a team play game mode. So that's really a great thing. In Quake 3 OSP it was more like someone's you kill a railer and you already have a rail or something, or you already have a gun, so you have to hold, it's really dynamic in that you have to hold that little area to get a teammate onto that gun, because you don't want to take it if you don't need it, or if a teammate can make better use of it, you want to try and save it, because you can't take it because you can't drop it. So that was an interesting dynamic, but I think I like the weapon dropping a lot more in Quake Live, so it's pretty cool. Massive score difference. As this is more or less just a showcase of CPM TDM, even though it's just pretty much rape, I might cut this demo off early, I can't really talk about the game because it's just ahxnxa killing people and having his way, although he did just die for the first time. What a noob. But yeah, I will try to probably upload, if I upload more CPM stuff, I'll probably do 2v2 games and 1v1 games. I think 2v2 is a really interesting game mode in CPM. It's really fun and dynamic. So I will try to do that, and I will try to do 1v1s as well, because I don't think anyone else has been doing that, so I might as well be the first if that is the case. And I think there's a lot of stuff to talk about, and there's a lot of fun to be had there. So yeah, this has been some CPM 4v4. Maybe not the best demo I could have picked, but anything with plus in it. If you wanted to see the best team, this is it. But anything with plus in it would have been, it would have looked like this, just absolute dominance. So yeah, I could probably try CPM CTF as well, but I don't think that's very interesting personally. But I might be swayed if people want to see that, then I might be swayed. But yeah, so that's enough for this demo. I think we went on 13 minutes or something into the game, so that's long enough. Maybe we'll finish it out with the ahxnxa quad run, if he gets his quad. He's defending the quad nicely here. So this will be a nice place to hold the game, you know, to close the game out. Come on, ahxnxa, kill some dudes. Come on. Come on, man. See, that's what I was talking about. Sometimes we like to fuck with each other. This was actually one of the amazing things about quad running in this game. Oh my god, that was awesome. Is that you can move so quickly between areas. It really was about how many frags you could get, like, because you could just kill teams, you know, 2 to 3 times over because you can move around so quickly. And if your aim was good enough in combination with your movement, it was a glorious thing to behold. But anyways, so that's enough of this for now. So thanks for watching, and I'll probably try and put up more CPM content as well. See you later.